Well, hello there. This is KP the Math G once again. This is two videos in one day. I guess I'm making up for the one that we didn't get on Valentine's Day. Needless to say, up here is given the 2004 free response question 6. This is the differential equation. dy over dx equals x squared times y minus 1. In A part, we're going to sketch a slope field, and that just simply means that we're going to look at each point and we're going to determine what the slope at that point is. That's what this means, isn't it? This means a slope, right? So that's what we're going to do. Now let's get a color right here, and let's start with, 0, 0. Dy over dx, if you want to say it 0, 0, is equal to 0 squared y, 0, 0 minus 1, and that's 0 times negative 1, which is 0. It seems to me that that is 0 right there. It is, and we're just going to make a flat. Now remember, 0 has a horizontal slant, isn't it? So we're going to put a horizontal slant right there. As a matter of fact, if you think about it, 0, 1, 0, 2, and 0, 3 are also 0, because if we plugged in, let's say dy dx at 0, 1, that's 0 squared times 0 minus 1. And this is still 0, isn't it? And 0 times anything is that. Let's see, 0 comma 1. Well, 0 comma 1 is what we were looking at. 1 minus 1 is 0. So that's definitely 0 there. And I think it is safe to say that all of these others are going to be flat across either. Because when you plug in 0 for x, 0 is going to be 0 times anything is going to be 0 right there. Okay? Alright, that's that part of it. Let's look at negative 1. Alright, so negative 1, 0. Negative 1, 0 is negative 1 squared, negative 1 minus 1 here. So negative 1 squared is 1, and then 1 times negative 2 is, and I did say negative 1 comma 0. I don't know why I have that. Let's see, y is 0. I don't know why I plugged in negative 1, negative 1. That'd be down here. Okay. Negative 1, so that will be negative 1, yes. And remember that negative slopes slant to the left, and a slope of negative 1 is at a 45-degree angle like that. Alright, so right there, it's kind of like at a 45-degree. So negative 1, 0 is kind of like at a 45, and then just kind of do something like this, you know. Alright, like that. And that is a negative slope, not, yeah, it's leaning to the left. That's the way it should be. Alright. Let's do 1 comma 0. And it doesn't really, I guess, doesn't matter which ones you do first. So 1 comma 0 is 1 squared times 0 minus 1, and that's going to be 1 times negative 1, which is still negative 1. So negative 1 is going to be here too, again at a 45 right through there, just like that. Okay. And that's what we have here. Alright. And then let's see, let's stay with negative 1 as x, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so let's see, negative 1 comma 1. Alright, so here's going to be something here that we recognize also, that if we plug in negative 1 and square that, and then plug 1 in right here, minus 1, this is 1, and then this is 0. So when y equals 1, the slope dy over dx, okay, is equal to 0. So at y equals 1, the slope is 0. So not only am I going to put something here, but I'm going to also come over here. And remember, this is 1 comma 1, isn't it? Just think about that. You're plugging that in. 0 comma 1. 0 comma 1. And that's what you're doing. That's all in the world you're doing. This is negative 1, 1. Alright, plug that in and see what you get there. Okay, the slope is 0. This is representative of the slope. Okay. Then let's do another. Let's try negative 1. Let's keep on negative 1 and go to negative 1, 2. Let's see. Negative 1 squared, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. And then negative 1 squared is 1 also. So that one is equal to 1. Now remember, a slope of 1 is like a 45 degree. It's slanted to the right though, like that. Okay, so a slope of 1 would be like this, kind of. Let's see. Alright, like that kind of. And then of course, let's plug in negative 1, 3. Okay. Alright, and then this is going to be 2. And then 2 times 1 is 2. That's going to be slightly, alright. Now again, that's twice as much. So what you want to do is kind of like this. So you want to make it, as long as you make it a little bit steeper, it's okay. Alright, so let's make it steeper. Alright, something like that. Alright, something, make that one kind of parallel. Well, it's going to be parallel, because if you plug in you know, you get a pattern going is what you're looking for. If you can find that pattern, it's going to work for you every time. Okay, so if I plug in 1 comma 2, so 1 comma 2 is 1 squared times 2 minus 1, which is 1 times 1, which is 1. And again, that's a 45 degree angle right there, like this, kind of. Okay, I bet this one's going to be 2. 1 comma 3. Alright. So still the same 1 here. Put 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. And there it is right there. And that's going to be okay, 2. That's going to be like that. So I'm going to draw it like that. Okay, kind of. Or maybe I need to back off a little bit. It may be too steep, but anyway, it's got to be steeper than this one. And kind of see if you can make it as parallel to that as you can. Alright, that is your slope field. That's part A. Alright, right there. You sketched a slope field. B is do but just A and B in this video right here. C is a little bit longer, so I may just do A and B. It says describe all points in the XY plane where the slopes are positive. Describe all points let me scoot over where you can see in the XY plane. Alright, I think that's where the slopes are positive. Okay, where the slopes are positive. I'm just going to abbreviate that right there. Alright, that's basically what I want to do. Now, if you look, remember these two slopes are negative. All of these at 0 are 0. And then at -1 and 1, at x equals -1 and 1, that's 0. We're looking for positive slopes, though, and that would be here and here, right? It doesn't say name the points. I thought it will say name the points, but it does say describe. Alright, so what we're saying here, x cannot be 0. Alright, x is not equal to 0. And then, of course, y is greater than 1, right? Because if y is greater than 1, like that right there, I'm just dotting the line y equals 1. Okay, so greater than 1 would be up here, and that would exclude these here because we're saying x is not equal to 0. So x is not equal to 0, and y is greater than 1. Okay, not equal to. Okay, so once again, these slopes are 0 at x equals 0. The slopes are 0 at and negative at x equals -1 and +1. So the only place is here and here. Okay, so that would take care of these here. Okay, all right. X is not equal to 0. That's one way to look at it. And you've got to include the and here, I'm sure. Y is greater than 1. The line y is greater than 1. Okay. That is really fairly simple. Now, when we do the third part of this video, which I'm going to do at another time, we're going to take this, we're going to separate the variables, okay, on this one. And we're going to have an initial condition, okay. In other words, an initial condition might be something like y at 0 equals 3 or something like that. I think that's what they say here. Well, in this case, they're calling it F. Okay, so F at 0 is equal to 3. And we'll look at that. And then we'll see what the equation is going to be like. That it's going to take a little time. And I don't want to really spend a lot more time doing this because I do know that my camera does run out after at least 31 minutes. Sometimes it goes to 32 if I'm really lucky. So I'm just going to kind of cut it off. And anyway, this is a good stopping point here. And this third question, this part C, gives you a different idea altogether. So I think that's the best way to do is just keep those separate. And I'm going to do one more video. Now, if you request to me that you still want to do these up here, 2004 or something like that, or 2005, or you still want me to do questions from tests, I will definitely do that if you make that request to me. And anyway, so I'll do the best I can on those. But now I do want to get into some new material also, and it will get into the BC, and then there's other people taking calculus, regular calculus, and they would like to see the higher level math in that as well. So anyway, that's where we're at. I hope these are helping you quite a bit here, and you understand how these slopes, how we got these slopes and everything. And if not, request and I will do another one just like it. Okay. All right. This is KP the Math G signing off. If you have not subscribed, please do so. If you'd like to leave a comment, please do so. If you want to hit that like button, I would like that. That would be great if you do that. Pretty nice to see even 2 likes or 3 likes or 5 likes or ever how many I get sometimes. But I do appreciate you very much. I want you to know that, and that's why I do these videos, is for you. Alright, KP the Math G signing off. Have a great day.